What's going on, guys? It's John from Fathers Finding Fitness. It's April 24th, about 10:15 p.m. Wanted to check in. I'm a little less than 4 weeks from the OCB competition. A lot going on, a lot of changes in the body, crunch time, and I wanted to share a little bit about what's going on there so people can get an appreciation of just how difficult something like this is. And this has already been, how many years of a journey to begin with. But overall, things are going really well. It's also interesting. Your body's an amazing machine, and every day is a new journey. The body hates when you're lean, low on body fat. Hunger cravings are crazy. Trying my best to do things to avoid it, like going for a walk, drinking tea, drinking coffee, flavored water, whatever I can do. Having young kids in the house also doesn't help, where there's a lot of good snacks and so on. But mentally, I'm staying strong, and I'm only less than 4 weeks out, so it's crunch time, as I said. I'm not going to come this far only to start screwing up now. So for tonight, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk you through my diet. My macros right now are really low compared to what they used to be, and they're actually going to get lower. For example, my calories are less than 2,000. My protein's staying consistent around 200 grams. My carbs are below 200 at 170. My fats at 50, which has been varying between 50 and 75. So it's really the carbs and calories that are going through a reduction and will continue to reduce in addition to the cardio I'm doing increasing. So first I wanted to show what that looks like. What does 200 grams of protein, eating that in a day, look like? And what does a sub 2,000 calorie diet look like in a day? I'm going to talk you through that. I also want to do a little bit about showing you how the body's changing and starting to tighten up around the torso. And that's the goal for tonight's video, all right? So first is the meal. If you haven't seen any other videos, just a quick few words. I wake up at 4:10. I'm in the shower by 4:15, downstairs and getting ready to go to the gym by 4:30. But I do that first by starting with a meal. The first meal I have in the morning is all laid out and ready to go. I have a black cup of coffee. I have a gummy multivitamin from Men's One a Day. And then I have a few drops of vitamin D3. This is something I use before the summer so that I'm not outside as much and getting a lot of natural sunlight. So I take a few drops of these, which equates to about 3,000 IUs of vitamin D3. The recommended daily amount of vitamin D3 is 2,000. And then I also have a pre-made cup with some supplement powders in here. I have creatine monohydrate. I have taurine, which is used in Red Bull for energy. I have L-tyrosine, which is also used for energy, beta-alanine, which increases blood flow to the muscles for short bursts of energy, L-theanine, which helps with cognitive function. So I basically make my own pre-workout using some common ingredients you find in normal over-the-counter pre-workout drinks, but I just do it on my own because I don't like buying something like that where you can't read all the ingredients. They have proprietary blends, and that stuff isn't audited either by the FDA. So I drink this. I have gummy multivitamins, I have vitamin D3, I have a black cup of coffee, as I said, and then I make my own green drink. This green drink right now is made up of several ingredients. There's 112 grams of banana cut up in there. That's a pretty large banana. I have almond milk. I have a scoop of super greens, which is a blend of vegetables and different types of leafy greens. I have ground peanut butter powder, which I'm borderline obsessed with, by a company called PB Fit. I have a whey isolate protein powder, which is about 27 grams. And then I also get carbs from the vitamins. So this drink, this cup, I chug in the morning, and this gives me almost 400 calories, almost 40 grams of protein, almost 50 grams of carbs, and about 5 grams of fat. That's meal one at around 4:30 a.m. Go to the gym, work out. I'm home by 7 a.m. and I'm normally hopping on calls by around 7:15. So my next meal post-workout is born out of both convenience, something I could eat quickly, but also something that can relatively quickly get absorbed by my body as my body starts going through a repair process, since I've gone through a bit of trauma breaking down muscle tissue in the gym. So what is meal number 2? Meal number 2 is comprised of another smaller version of a protein drink. In here is 2% reduced fat, ultra filtered milk by a company called Fairlife. Fairlife has a lot more, probably double the amount of protein than your standard 8-ounce glass of milk. So there's almost 8 ounces, I think there's 6 ounces in here, and then there's another amount of protein powder that combined will give me roughly, let's see, about 25 grams of protein. On top of that, I'm also having quite a bit of apples, 161 grams of apples, which gives me fiber, carbs, and simple sugars that helps regenerate the energy in my body. And then actually I have a protein bar, a company called Quest Bar. This has 18 grams of protein, 200 calories, and roughly 20 grams of carbs. So meal 2 is around 7 a.m., gives me 456 calories, 44 grams of protein, almost 50 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of fat. Now, every 3 hours I'm eating from here. Meal number 3, which I'll have around 10 a.m., is, I don't know if you could see this, but it's turkey jerky. I needed protein but no carbs. Chunks of sweet potatoes, which is phenomenal for carbs. It's got vitamins, it's got a lot of potassium. Some 85% cut up, 85% organic ground beef. And then I have black bean and edamame fettuccine. This stuff is phenomenal. 2 ounces of this gives you a good amount of carbs, over 20 grams of protein, over 12 grams of fiber, and little fats and sodium. So it's an amazing type of pasta. It's very filling and satiating. And this I'll have, as I said, around 10 a.m., 10:30, which is quite remarkable if you start doing the math, because in this meal is 400 calories, 40 grams of protein, 31 grams of carbs, and 16 grams of fat. By 10:30, I've had about 1,200 calories. I've had about 100, so that'd be, 120 something grams of protein. So that's most of my meal already. And that's done on purpose because I'm really trying to front load quite a bit of my calories, carbs, and protein for personal reasons. I feel it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the day. It's close to when I worked out, so I'm really kind of helping my body recover, and so on. Meal number 4, I'm having around 2 p.m. Meal number 4 is, so you'll get the theme because there's not much variations coming. So in here I have 60 grams of the sweet potato chunks, 4 ounces of organic chicken breast, a little bit of basmati rice, not much, only 20 grams. I have then made a small cup of Almond Breeze almond milk and a bit more of that PB Fit protein powder drink. Meal number 4, the macros in that are around 325 calories, 40 grams of protein, 27 grams of carbs, and 7 grams of fat. Approaching my last meal, which is around 5:30. I try to maybe stretch it out to 6 because I want to eat dinner with the kids. This is always like the wild card meal. This one is interesting because I had to kind of backfill my remaining protein. So in this bowl is organic ground beef, organic chicken breast with about 2 tablespoons of sriracha sauce to give it some heat. And I put that in most of this stuff because taste buds enjoy that. And then on top of that is about 170 grams, which is about 3/4 of a cup of low-fat Chobani Greek yogurt with just a small handful of blueberries and raspberries. By 6 p.m., that's my last meal. Throughout the day, I would have had cups of tea, a gallon of water, probably another cup or 2 of black coffee. But that meal 5 is smaller in terms of calories. It's 266 calories, but it's still 38 grams of protein, very little carbs, 7 grams of carbs, and 10 grams of fat. That right there is what it takes to eat 200 grams of protein a day. And that's not easy, but this is what I've been doing for, I can't even tell you how long. But this is how I keep this plus working out is how I keep my body in check, with my body continuing to repair and build muscle, go after my muscle, not go after my muscle for energy, go after whatever fat it can on my body for energy, and keep replenishing the carbs as best as I possibly can, on top of drinking water, because 70% of our muscles is comprised of water, and our muscles suck in and love carbs in the form of what's called glycogen, which is giving you that full look and so on. So the plan from here on out is keeping it the way that it is until tomorrow's Tuesday, so until Saturday. I'm going to continue to drop my carbs a bit until like a week before competition, and the week of I'm going to slowly increase my carbs to give my muscles the amount of glycogen it needs to look as full as possible and not look, you know, not dry is the wrong word, but I don't want to look flat. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. First time doing this, but that's it, guys. I want to show you a bit about the body, and then we'll call it quits for that. I just wanted to give a quick look at the physique. I mean, it's really amazing how much the torso has been slimming down with the body fat. I wanted to give you just a few reality checks. I'm flexing my abs here. This isn't flexed. This is actually sitting naturally and talking, which to me is actually quite impressive because I can see my abs and not actually be flexing it. Then I've learned is like different ways you could flex. So like I could just pinch here. You'll notice this is like things I've learned through posing. The pinch here kind of elongates your torso still. But if I squeeze it like this, watch what happens on the sides. See, things kind of get tucked in. My obliques come out, and this is like the correct thing I'm trying to have when I'm posing. And you'll see a difference if I do like a lat spread. You see how it kind of tucks in nice there? Versus this, kind of looks like I got a belly. But there's very little fat on me. The skin's starting to get like pretty elastic. I have a little bit of fat on the sides here, and you see like below the belly button. I mean, even if I try to blow it all out, this is where I'm trying to get to, is to get these visible. So I'll be able to do that in the next 2 weeks when I continue to drop down. But I'm feeling pretty good, feeling very lean. Body's changing like every day. I'm seeing a lot of vascularity in my arms when I'm working out. It's insane with shoulders. My shoulder caps are like really evolved and come in. Never gotten this amount of shape before. And to try to take a look at my back here, I mean, my back is really like kind of developed. And just from that and trying to do like a lat spread and hold the phone. So, feeling really good. It's hard as hell, guys. Like, honestly, you see, like, when you're done with this, what's next? Like, after competition, like, I read about people that just go berserk, eat, gain 10, 15 pounds, and I can't imagine, like, I'm going to be on that side of the fence, but, you know, you see what I just did with this video. It's like, is this the life to live forever? No. So there's going to be a happy medium, and I got to just figure out, like, what does that happy medium look like for me? So we'll see. But on top of that, I also got my posing trunks, which are upstairs, but they're nice, like, there's a layer of colors at the top. There's black, white, and like a lime green at the bottom. They're really sharp. A company called Chulawear. And that's it, guys. So I'll check in soon. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.